stage 12, paragraph page 1144. Okay, 1144, and our last head word was land up, newer type of lesson. Okay,
Okay.
so let's start with revision. Okay, let me just scroll down. Okay, here we go.
Yes.
What do we mean by an essay? What do we mean by an essay? By an essay,
By an
we mean
essay,
a
we
short
mean
piece
a
of
short
writing
piece of
that
writing
presents and
that presents
discusses
and
ideas
discusses
on a
ideas
particular topic
on a particular
and
topic
reaches a
and
conclusion.
reaches a conclusion.
And who are essays usually written by? And who are essays usually written by? Essays are
Essays
usually
are
written by
usually written
students
by
at
students
school,
at
college,
school,
or
college,
university.
or university.
Where how does an essay normally start? How does an essay normally start? An essay
An
normally
essay
starts
normally
with
starts
general
with
information
general
that
information
introduces
that
the topic
introduces
of the
the
essay.
topic of the essay.
Ragged, what should each main paragraph of an essay focus on? What should each main paragraph of an essay focus on? Each main paragraph
Each main
of an
paragraph
essay
of an
should
essay
focus
should
on a
focus
particular
on a
point
particular
or
point
aspect of the topic
or aspect of the
that
topic
we want to
that
discuss.
we want to discuss.
Ragged, how can we make certain our ideas are clear for the reader? How can we make certain our ideas are clear for the reader? We can make certain
We can make
our
certain
ideas
our
are clear
ideas
for the
are
reader
clear for the
by
reader
illustrating
by
them
illustrating
with
them
examples.
with examples.
Ragged, if we're making 2 points that are closely related, should we put them in the same paragraph? If we're making 2 points that are closely related, should we put them in the same paragraph? Yes.
Yes,
If we're making
if
two
we are making
points that
two
are
points
closely
that are
related,
closely
we
related,
should put them
we should
in the
put
same
them in
paragraph.
the same paragraph.
Ragged, how does an essay normally end? How does an essay normally end? An essay
An
normally
essay
ends
normally
with
ends
our own
with our
personal
own
conclusion
personal
on the
conclusion
topic.
on the topic.
Very good. Do you think you could make out the person's facial expression from 100 meters away? Do you think you could make out a person's facial expression from 100 meters away? Yes or no?
No,
I don't think
I
I
don't
could
think
make out
I
a
could make
person's
out a
facial
person's
expression
facial
from
expressions
100
from
meters away.
100 meters away.
Very good. If you discovered a leaking water pipe in your home, would you call for a plumber straight away or try to fix the problem yourself? If you discovered a leaking water pipe in your home, would you call for a plumber straight away or try to fix the problem yourself? If I discovered
If I
a
discovered
leaking water
a
pipe
leaking
in my
water pipe
home,
in my home,
I'd
I'd try to fix them,
fix the
uh,
problem myself
fix the problem myself
before calling a plumber.
before calling a plumber.
Very good. Who's the least reliable member of your family? Who's the least reliable member of your family? Mine
My daughter
is the least
is the
reliable member
least reliable
of
member
my
of my
family.
family.
Very good. When someone gives you direction to go somewhere, are you good at taking them in or do you quickly get confused? When someone gives you direction to go somewhere, are you good at taking them in or do you quickly get confused? When someone
When
gives me
someone
direction
gives me
to go
direction
somewhere,
to go
I am good
somewhere,
at taking
I'm
them
good
in.
at taking them in.
Very good. Okay. Is it common for people to be taken in by the claims of this honest salesman and later discover they've been ripped off? Is it common for people to be taken in by the claims of this honest salesman and later discover they've been ripped off? Yes, it's
Yes,
common for
it's
people
common
to
for
be
people
taken in
to be
by the
taken in
claims of
by the
this
claims
honest
of
salesman,
this by the
dishonest
claim of,
by the claims of
by
dishonest
the claims
salesman,
of dishonest
and
salesman,
later discover
and later
they've
discovered
been ripped off.
they later
They've
discovered
they've been ripped off.
they've been ripped off.
Very good. One more.
Okay.
Yes, it's
Yes,
common for
it's
people
common for people
to be
to
taken
be
in
taken in
by the claims of
by the
this honest
claims of
salesman
dishonest
and later
salesman, and
discover
later
they've
discovered
been ripped off.
they've been ripped off.
Very good. What do most young English children call their mom and dad? What do most young English children call their mom and dad? Most young
Most
English
young
children
English
call their
children
mom and dad
call their mom
mommy
and
and
dad
daddy.
mommy and daddy.
Very good. What do the words manhood and womanhood mean? What do the words manhood and womanhood mean? the words manhood
The word
and
manhood
womanhood
and
means
womanhood
the
means
state of being a
the
man,
state of being a
the
man,
state of being a
the
woman,
state of being a woman,
etc.
etc.
Where does motherhood often changes a woman's priorities in life? Does motherhood often change a woman's priorities in life? Yes,
Yes,
motherhood often
motherhood
changes
often
a
changes
woman's
a
priorities in
woman's
life.
priorities in life.
Regret, if you had to, how long do you reckon you could last just on the food you have at home right now? If you had to, how long do you reckon you could last just on the food you have at home right now? If I had to,
If I
I
had to,
reckon I could
I
last
reckon I could last on 5 days
just on the food
just on the
I
food
have at home
I
right
have
now.
I have at home right now.
Very good. Is every snowflake that falls from the sky unique? Is every snowflake that falls from the sky unique? Yes, every
Yes,
snowflake
every
that
snowflake
falls from the
that falls
sky is
from the
unique.
sky is unique.
Regan, are any members of this class absent today? Are any members of this class absent today? Yes or no?
No,
Not any
not
members of
any
this
members
class
of
are
this
absent
class
today.
are absent today.
Very good. Are people who live in houses inclined to accumulate a lot of useless junk in their attic? Are people who live in houses inclined to accumulate a lot of useless junk in their attic? Yes.
Yes,
People who live in
people who
houses
live
are
in houses
inclined to
are
accumulate
inclined to
a lot
accumulate
of useless
a
junk
lot of useless
in
junk
their attic.
in their attic.
Regit, if the room you were in was stuffy, would you be inclined to open a window even if it was chilly outside? If the room you were in was stuffy, would you be inclined to open a window even if it was chilly outside? Yes or no?
Yes, yes.
If the room I was
If the
in
room
was
I was
stuffy,
in was
I'd be
stuffy,
inclined
I'd be
to
inclined
open a
to
window
open a
even if
window
it was
even if
chilly
it
outside.
was chilly outside.
Very good. If somebody deliberately sets fire to a building, what crime are they guilty of? If somebody deliberately sets fire to a building,
Sets
what
fire.
crime are they guilty of? If somebody
If
deliberately
somebody
sets fire
deliberately
to a
sets
building,
fire to a
they're
building,
guilty of
they are
arson.
guilty of arson.
Very good. If a country goes through a long period of drought, which industry is most seriously affected? If a country goes through a long period of drought, which industry is most seriously affected? If a country
If a
goes
country
through a
goes
long
through
period
a
of
long
drought,
period of
the
drought,
farming
the
industry
farming
is most
industry
seriously
is most
affected.
seriously affected.
Ragged, how long does it usually take you to cool off after you've lost your temper? How long does it usually take you to cool down after you lost your temper? It usually takes me.
It usually takes me. Oh,
How long?
sorry. Say
Huh?
it again.
How
Question.
long does it usually take you to cool off after you've lost your temper?
Okay, okay, okay.
It
I understand.
usually takes
It
me
usually takes me about 10 minutes
to cool off
to cool off
after I've lost my
after
temper.
I lost my temper. Okay.
Very good. Are cats normally friendly or hostile towards other cats they've never encountered
They
before?
never encountered
Are
before.
cats normally friendly or hostile towards other cats they've never encountered before? Cats are normally
Cats are
hostile
normally
towards
hostile
other cats
toward other
they've
cats
they've never encountered
they
before.
never encountered before.
Very good. Can nations involved in a conflict sometimes be helped to cease hostilities by taking part in
Taking part
negotiations?
in
Can
negotiations.
nation involved in a conflict sometimes be helped to cease hostilities by taking part in negotiations? Yes, nations
Yes,
involved in
nations
a
involved
conflict
in a
can
conflict
sometimes be
can
helped
sometimes
to
be
cease
helped to
hostilities
cease the
by
hostilities
taking part
by
in
taking
negotiations.
by
By taking
taking
part
by taking part
in
in
negotiation.
negotiations.
Very good. One more. Yes. Nations
Yes,
involved in a
nations
conflict
involved in
can
a conflict
sometimes be
can
helped
sometimes
to
be
cease
helped to
hostilities
cease
by
hostilities
taking part
by
in
taking part
negotiations.
in negotiations.
Greg, if you phone a friend for a chat but can't get through, do you keep calling over and over again or just wait and call again
Just wait
later?
and call
If
again
you
later.
phone a friend for a chat but can't get through, do you keep calling over and over again or just wait and call again
Just wait
later?
and call again.
If I phone a friend
If I
for
phone
a
a friend
chat but can't
or chat
but can't get through,
but can't get through,
I
I just
wait
wait
and call again
and
later.
call again later.
Well, is there any film you've watched time and time again without getting bored? Is there any film you've watched time and time again without getting bored? Yes or no?
Yes,
There's a film I've
there is a film
watched
I've
time and
watched
time again
time and time
without
again
getting bored.
without getting bored.
Where would you land up if you turned left out of your building and followed the road to its end? Where would you land up if you turned left out of your building and followed the road to its end?
Follow the road to its
If
end.
I turned left
If I
out
turn
of
left
my building
out of my
and
building
followed the road
and
to
follow
its
the road
end,
to its
I'd
end,
land up in.
I'd land up in high school.
Very good. Okay, so that's the end of our revision. Let's have new word.
Okay.
Okay, very good. So repeat. Stumble.
Stumble.
Very good. Okay, listen. Stumble is a verb. It means to miss a step and fall or nearly fall. For example, the athlete stumbled and almost fell. Stumble can also mean to make mistakes, especially when speaking. For
When
example,
speaking.
she was so nervous that she began to stumble over her
To stumble
words.
over her work.
Let's practice. Make a sentence with the verb stumble. Make a sentence with the verb stumble, please. The athlete stumbled
The athlete
and
stumbled
almost fell.
and almost
She was
fell.
so nervous
She was so
that
nervous
she began to
that she
stumble
began to
over her
stumble
words.
over her work.
Very good.
Over
Next,
her words.
over her words. Very good. One more. She was so nervous
She was so
that she
nervous
began to
that she
stumble
began to
over her
stumble
words.
over her words.
Very good. Next, repeat. Supplement.
Supplement,
Vitamin.
vitamin,
Mineral.
mineral,
Very good. Okay, listen. Vitamin and mineral are compounds
compound,
commonly
compound,
found in food that are important for normal growth
important
and nutrition. Some
nutrition,
examples of vitamins are vitamin C, vitamin D,
vitamin C,
vitamin E,
vitamin D,
etc.
vitamin E,
And some
etc.
examples of minerals are calcium, iodine, iron,
Calcium,
etc.
iron, etc.
Supplement is a verb. It means to add on to what is lacking.
What is lucky?
For example, I don't think I get enough vitamins
I
and
think
minerals
vitamin
from my
and
diet.
minerals from my
Therefore, I
diet.
supplement my
Therefore,
diet
I
by taking
supplement my
vitamins and
diet with
minerals.
vitamins and minerals.
Let's practice. Do you supplement your diet by taking vitamins and minerals? Do you supplement your diet by taking vitamins and minerals? Yes or no?
No,
I don't supplement my
I don't
diet
supplement
by
my
taking
diet by
vitamins and
taking
minerals.
vitamins and minerals.
Very good. Next, repeat. Trace.
Trace.
Very good. Okay, listen. Trace is a verb. It means to follow and discover by investigation.
By
For example,
investigation.
if I reported my car
Reported
stolen,
my car
I'd expect the
stolen.
police to
I'd
make an
expect the
effort to
police to
trace it.
make an effort to trace it.
Let's practice. If you reported your car as stolen, would you expect the police to make an effort to trace it? If you reported your car as stolen, would you expect the police to make an effort to trace it? Yes or no?
Yes,
If I reported my
if I
car
reported
as
my
stolen,
car as
I'd
stolen,
expect the
I'd
police
expect the
to make
police
an effort
to
to
make
trace
an
it.
effort to trace it.
Very good. Let's repeat. Comprehensive.
Comprehensive.
Very good. Okay, listen. Comprehensive is an adjective. It means complete, including
Complete.
all or nearly all parts of
All,
something.
all,
For example, English is a subject in which I feel I have a comprehensive
if I have
knowledge
a
of
comprehensive
because
knowledge of
I've studied
because
this since I
I've
began
studied this
school,
in
studied
school.
it deeply at university, spoken it almost every day, and thought
Every
it
day,
for many
thought
years.
it for many
Let's
years.
practice. Is there any subject you feel you have a comprehensive knowledge of? Is there any subject you feel you have a comprehensive knowledge of? Yes or no?
No,
There isn't any
there
subject
isn't
I
any
feel
subject
I have
I feel
a
I have
comprehensive
a
knowledge of.
comprehensive knowledge of.
Very good. Let's repeat. Let's.
Let's
Very good. One more. Let.
let's
Very good. Okay. Ledge is a noun. It is a narrow horizontal
narrow
space from a
horizontal
wall in
space
which we
wall
can use to put
we
something.
can use to put
For
something.
example, it would be foolish to keep a plant pot
To
on a
keep a
narrow
plant
ledge
pot on
outside a
a
window
ledge outside the
because a
window.
slight movement would drop the
Slight
pot
movement would
off and
drop the
might hit
pot off
someone's
and
head
might
when
hit
passing.
someone's head when passing.
Let's practice. Why would it be foolish to keep a plant pot on a narrow ledge outside a window? Why would it be foolish to keep a plant pot on a narrow ledge outside a window?
Outside the window.
It'd be foolish
It would be
to keep
foolish
a plant
to
pot
keep a
on a
plant
narrow
pot on a
ledge
narrow ledge
outside the window
outside the window
because
because the plant pot might be might fall
mhm,
onto somebody's head.
that's right, might fall onto somebody's head. Very good. Okay, next repeat. Scowl.
Scowl.
Very good. Okay, listen. Scowl is a verb. It means to show a facial expression or
Facial
dislike or
expression or
disagreement.
dislike or disagreement.
For example, people scowl when they're angry
Scowl
or
when
in a
they
bad
angry.
mood,
In
when they
bad
disapprove
mood.
of something,
This something.
etc. Okay, so let's practice. What am I doing? What am I doing? You're
You
scowling.
are scouring.
When do people scowl? When do people scowl? People scowl
People
when they're
scowl
angry,
when they are
in a
angry,
bad mood,
in a bad
when
mood,
they disapprove of
when they
something,
disapprove of something,
etc.
etc.
Very good. Next, repeat. Line up.
Line up.
Sergeant.
Sergeant.
Very good. Okay, listen, sergeant is a noun. It is a police officer ranking
Police
below an
officer ranking.
inspector. Line up means to arrange a number of people or things in a straight row. For example, the sergeant told the soldiers to line up in 3 rows.
In three roads.
Let's practice. Give me a sentence with the words line up in it. Give me a
Line up
sentence
in
with the
it.
words line up in it, please.
Line up in
The
it.
sergeant
The
told the
sergeant
soldiers to
told the
line up
soldiers
in
to
three
line up
rows.
in three rows.
Very good. Next, repeat. Nutrition.
Nutrition.
Nutrient.
Nutrient.
Fertilizer.
Fertilizer.
Very good. Okay, listen. Nutrients is a noun. In order to live, animals must take in nutrients such as carbohydrates, proteins, etc. Nutrition is a noun. It is the series or process which an animal takes in nutrients and uses them for growth and development. Therefore, we get nutrients from food and we get nutrition from the nutrients we've taken in. Fertilizer is a noun. It is something added to a soil or land to increase its nutrients.
Increase its
For example, a farmer adds fertilizer to the soil if it lacks the nutrients needed to
nutrient
grow a certain crop.
needed to grow a certain crop.
Let's practice. Do you think you get adequate nutrition from the diet you eat? Do you think you get adequate nutrition from the diet you eat? Yes or no?
Oh, yes,
I think I get
I think I
adequate
get
nutrition
adequate
from the
nutrition
diet I eat.
from the diet I eat.
Ragged, what does a farmer add to the soil if it lacks the nutrients needed to grow a certain crop? What does a farmer add to a soil if it lacks the nutrients needed to grow a certain crop? A farmer
A
adds
farmer add
fertilizer to the soil
fertilizer to
if
the
it
soil
lacks the
if it
nutrients
lacks the
needed
nutrients
to grow
needed
a
to
certain
grow
crop.
a certain crop.
Very good. Next, repeat. Junction.
Junction,
Roundabout.
roundabout.
Very good. Okay, listen. Junction is a noun. It is a point where two or more things are joined. For example, there is a road junction in the middle of the crossroad. Roundabout is a noun. It is a kind of road junction at which roads are connected around a central circular island in the middle. For example, I'd say a roundabout is safer than a crossroad because
Crossroad.
in a crossroad, cars could hit against one another in the middle if they don't slow down, whereas in a roundabout, cars have enough time to see which way the other cars are going and turning. Let's practice. Which type of road junction would you say was safer, a roundabout or a crossroad? Which type of road junction would you say was safer, a roundabout or a crossroad? I'd say
I'd say roundabout
was
is
safer
was safer
than a crossroad.
than a crossroad.
Very good. Why? Why do you think so? Because
Because in a roundabout,
mhm,
many cars go the same direction
go at the same direction before they turn, right?
before they turn. Yes.
Very good. So less chances of hitting each other. Very good.
So yeah, it can lead
Le-
less
lessen the
crashing,
chance. Yeah,
less
lessen the
send chance,
chance of crushing.
lessen the chance of crashing. Yes, yes.
Very good. Okay, next repeat. Harsh.
Harsh.
Very good. Okay, listen. Harsh is an adjective. It means very unpleasant or rough. For
Harsh.
example, I describe the winters in Siberia as harsh because they have very heavy snowfall even in summer.
Harsh. In
Let's
summer.
practice.
Hmm.
Would you describe the winters in your country as harsh? Would you describe the winters in your country as harsh? Yes or no?
Yes.
I describe the
I
winters
describe
in my
a
country
winters in my
as
country
harsh.
as harsh
Very good. Next repeat. Breathtaking.
and breathtaking.
Very good. Okay, listen. Breathtaking is an adjective. It means very beautiful
Very
or
beautiful,
astonishing. For example,
astonishing.
the most breathtaking place I've ever
Breathtaking
visited is
place of
Boracay Island. It is an island here in the Philippines where the view of the sea is very beautiful.
very
Let's
beautiful.
practice. What's the most breathtaking place you've ever visited? What's the most breathtaking place you've ever visited? The most
The most
breathtaking place
breathtaking
I've ever
place
visited
I've ever
is
visited is Grand Canyon in US.
US. Which one? Arizona or Colorado?
I forget the state.
Maybe in
Sorry,
Arizona, close to
maybe
Ohio.
20 years ago.
Oh, 20 years ago. Very good. They're almost the same. They're connected to each other. Okay, very good. Okay, next, let's move on to word pool. And these are word pool nouns. Okay, so let's start. Okay, repeat. Crust.
Crust.
Very good. Okay, listen. Crust is the hard surface of the bread.
Surface of
For
the bread.
example, I like to eat sandwiches
Sandwich
with the crust cut off.
with the crust cut
Let's
off.
practice. Do you like eating bread or sandwich with crust, or do you prefer them to be cut off? Do you like eating bread or sandwich with crust, or do you
With
prefer
crust.
them to be cut off? Yes or no?
Yes,
I like eating bread
I like
or
eating
sandwich
bread
with crust.
or sandwich with
Crust.
crust.
Very good. Next, repeat. Fist.
Mm,
Fist.
okay, fist.
Very good. Okay, listen. This is my fist. For
Fist.
example, I'm
Okay,
pounding my fist on the table.
fist on the table.
Okay, let's practice. Do you pound your fist on walls or tables when you get angry? Do you
Get
pound your
angry.
fist on walls or tables when you get angry? Yes or no?
No,
I don't pound my
I don't
fist
pound
on
my
walls
face
or
on walls
tables
or
when I
tables
get angry.
when I get angry.
Very good. Next, repeat solicitor.
Solicitor.
Very good. Okay, listen. Solicitor is a lawyer in Britain
Oh yeah,
who
in
assists people in legal matters and who
legal
can
matter.
represent people in lower
Represent
courts of
people
law.
in lower court of
For
law.
example, he finds his job as a solicitor a boring one. Let's practice. Do you like the job of a solicitor? Do you like the job of a solicitor? Yes or no?
No,
I don't like the
I don't
job
like the job
of a
of
solicitor.
a solicitor.
Why not? Why not? Because
Because I don't have such a high skill.
for being a solicitor. Very good.
Yeah.
Okay. Next, repeat forgery.
Wait a minute.
Forgery.
Forgery.
Very good. Okay, listen. Forgery is the crime of falsely making or copying document in order to deceive people. For
Deceive
example,
people
check forgery, like copying of
for
checks.
copying
Let's practice.
checks.
What is forgery? What is forgery? Perjury is the crime
Forgery
of
is a
falsely
crime
making
of falsely
or
making
copying a document
or copying a
in
document
order to deceive
in
people.
order to deceive people.
Very good. Next, repeat runway.
Runway.
Very good. Okay, listen. Runway is a long strip of ground where airplanes take off and land.
Airplane take off and
Let's
land.
practice. Where does an airplane take off or land? Where does an airplane take off or land? An airplane takes
An
off
airplane
or
takes
lands
off
on
or
the
land
runway.
on the runway.
Very good. Next, repeat triumph.
Triumph.
Very good. Listen, triumph means a great or important
Great
victory.
or important
For example,
victory.
Napoleon achieved great triumphs in several battles in history. Let's practice. Did Napoleon achieve great triumphs in several battles in history? Did Napoleon achieve great triumphs in several battles in history? Yes,
Yes,
Napoleon achieved
Napoleon
great
achieved
triumphs
great
in
triumphs
several battles
in
in
several
history.
battles in history.
Very good. Okay, next repeat vegetation.
Vegetation.
Very good. Okay, but we can't finish that anymore, so we stop there for today. But
Okay, yeah.
very good practice.